So let's take a look at this problem. Okay, we have a relationship just like we have up here, and we're relating the profit to the number of cars that are customized. So then when they customize 9 cars, they make profit of $45,800. When they customize 13 cars, it makes a profit of $70,600. So there's a relationship. So first of all, we have to establish the independent and dependent variables, or the x and the y. So the relationship is going to be the number of cars compared to the profit. So the profit is dependent on the number of cars. So when I sketch a graph of this, the cars should be the independent variable, and the profit should be my dependent variable. And I'm just going to kind of sketch a graph here. So let's say 9 cars, they make $45,000, maybe it's 45,000, somewhere around there, and let's say 13 and 70,000, something like that. Okay, now this isn't a super accurate graph, but it gives me a general idea of what I'm dealing with. And what I need to do is I need to calculate slope. That's the first thing I'm going to do. So again, once we establish the independent and dependent variables, okay, we need to find the rate of change of this, or the slope of this. Okay, the slope is going to be the change in the profit. So the change in the profit is going to be 70,600 minus 45,800. Okay, so I'm going to be left with, I'm going to have to do this mental math here. So 69,800 minus 45 is $23,800. Okay, I think I did that correct. Let me just double check this. Sorry, that's going to be $24,800. Okay, so that's my change in profit. Okay, so I had an increase of profits of $24,800, and that happened over my change in X is going to be positive 4 cars. So I made a profit of $24,800 for every 4 cars. So my slope then is going to be $24,800 for every 4 cars. I think it would be more useful to use a unit rate here. If I divide that, I'm going to end up with $6,200 per car. Okay, so there's my slope. That's my n. So I need to then write the equation for this. So far in my equation, I have my y equals $6,200 times x. But what is unknown still is my starting amount, or my y-intercept. And I can see the starting amount is going to be negative. And that's probably right, because when you have a business, our profits are going to be negative to start because there's some cost involved in running a business. So I still need to find my y-intercept. Well, how did I do it last time? What I did was I plugged in my x and y pairs. So I have x and y pairs here. Here's my x, here's my y. So I'm going to plug that into my x and y pairing here. So $45,800 times $6,200 per car for 9 cars. And I'm going to be left with my y-intercept to solve for. Okay, so I get 45,800 is equal to, doing some mental math here, that's going to be 54,000 plus 1,800, so that's going to be $55,800 plus b. Solving for b, I get negative $10,000. Okay, so then my equation looks like this. Y equals $6,200 per car times the number of cars minus $10,000 at the beginning, because that's my cost of running my business. And I'm going to write this in function notation now. So my profit as a function of cars is equal to $6,200 times cars, the number of cars, minus my initial cost of $10,000. So what is the profit that they make per car? The profit that they're making per car is going to be $6,200 per car. That's my slope. The y-intercept represents the initial cost. Okay, or in this case, probably the cost of setting up your shop to be able to make these custom cars.